Hello friends, it's Callie back with another layout for Baby Got Scraps. And I am using this photo of my grands at the zoo with this like monkey statue. And these are the scraps that I pulled. And I started with that floral paper there you see on the top and use that as a basis for the rest of the scraps that I pulled. And I really hadn't intended to use the pink, but once I got it down, I loved how it looked. So I just went with it. And I had trimmed off this extra because of this pink that you see. I trimmed that off because it was uneven, and then I will end up using it because I really am trying to use these scraps in the size that they are, and just so I get more of them used, and trying to see if I can create a composition that I like using the scraps the way that I pulled them out of my scrap bin. And I did have to trim this off just because it was uneven, but then I turned around and used even the uneven part to create just a little bit of a mat on this paper strip and just a little bit of pink. And I'm using my Fisker's mat to try to get everything even. And just kind of layering one thing on top of the other. And I have all different manufacturers here. I have Maggie Holmes, I have Pink Fresh Studios. I believe there is even some Fancy Pants. That green and pink I want to say is Fancy Pants. So lots of different manufacturers, and they all work together. So just creating a photo mat using the pink and then this kind of mint green color. Just a kind of a layered photo mat just to add a little bit of interest. So I think about using that branding strip, but end up not using it. And I've showed you real quick what scraps I had left over. And getting some of these photo corners used. I mentioned earlier that one of my goals is to get some of these used because I bought a big, huge pack on Amazon that's like all different colors. So far, all I've used is white, but I am getting some of them used because I had them stored in this little baggie and I forget that I even have them. So I'm trying to just leave some out on my desk and use them. And that's a good idea for anything that you see you're not getting used. Just leave it where you see it. And while you're scrapping, and you'll probably be able to get them used. And just you had these doilies that coordinated, and I thought I would throw those in there. And then all those little tickets you see and journaling strips, those all came from actually a scrap from Maggie Holmes that it was a whole pattern paper, but I had cut strips of it and just fussy cutting them to use as embellishments, layering pieces. And so I will just start layering all these little ticket stubs and journaling spots to create just some texture, some dimension and texture, and add pops of little color around two of the clusters, or the two clusters. I only have two clusters. That's another thing, is that I know oftentimes we feel like we have to have three because everything works. I mean, that's just a good visual design principle, groups of threes. and creating a visual triangle, but sometimes, like in this case, I felt like all I needed was two. So it's okay to break the rules sometimes. Then I had these, well, the sticker sheet I'm looking at right now, that's Maggie Holmes from her recent travel collection. But the title comes from Paige Evans' The Wonders collection. I've had trouble using those. This is actually the first time I've used any of those thicker sets. And just real simple little title, and it's going to be Wonders. Because right now, at the stage that they're in, going to the zoo, and even just the statue, you could see on their face, well, mainly Katie's face, she's like, what is this crazy thing? So everything is, a wonder to them. And I love that stage where they're learning all about the world around them and all these crazy new cool things that they're exposed to. So that is why I went with that title. So just continuing to layer some of these ephemera pieces, and I like to cut them in half. So if I do it on one side, I can repeat it on the other side if I want to. Choosing some of the stickers from this Maggie Holmes set or sticker set, just to add some embellishment around the page. And I thought the binoculars were cute, and I like that little pop of pink. And I'm searching for things that will work. So I put a little blue flower up at the top, and so I wanted to repeat the flower element down at the bottom, although it's a different color, which is fine. Same with the stars. I put stars in this cluster at the bottom right, and I want to put stars at the top. And then I found this cute blue little butterfly and added that over to my top cluster as well. And I had this map piece that I cut that in half, and I used part of it on the right hand side of the page. So I just went ahead and found a spot for it over on the left hand side of the page as well. And then I am adding these little word stickers to each of the clusters, and then another little floral down there at the bottom. And then this cute little pink heart. And then a journaling spot down there at the bottom. And their mom likes to do the journaling on their layouts. So when I do the twins layouts, a lot of times I don't do any journaling. I might add the date or something if I know what date it was taken. And then I found this word sticker smile, and I thought it was cute, so I just set it right there on that little ledge and moved my circular element down to the bottom. And now I'm going to add some little gems around the page as my finishing touch. And I'm using my little quick stick tool to add those around the page. And did you know the little pokey end comes out? I saw another scrapbooker recently. What is her name? Can't remember her name. Springman. She's a designer for Hip Kip Club, but I saw her using it and using one side to hold the gem and the other one to stick it down. And I was like, how did I not know that? So I didn't know the pokey end came out of the tool, and it's very useful. So I learn something new every day, right? And just getting these little finishing touches And that will be about it for this layout. Be sure to go check out all the other ladies for inspiration on how they're using their scraps. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. And if you enjoyed this, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.